And hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, joined today by none other than Scan, who's going to face off against the player Oracle from the clan Bai. Clan Bai is the single best clan in the world right now and has been for a little while already. For a couple of years it's been the #1 clan. Basically every single Gosu player that you would consider a top 10 player in fastest map in Korea has played in Bai. Everyone has been a part of the clan Bai. So I've got some pretty high hopes here from this game between Scan and Oracle. We have a couple of little details to add though. Scan hasn't played fastest in years. Okay? This is the first time in a couple of years that he is playing fastest map again. He's been busy with other things. He is part of a team where he coaches other streamers to compete in StarCraft against each other for a lot of money. Very big tournaments. Basically tournaments with more money on the line than the official StarCraft tournaments that are happening between the pro players. It's an amazing concept. Amazing concept. Basically what happens is a couple of pros were like, you know, we're kind of more variety streamers. You know what would be a great idea? Is to appeal to other variety streamers, kind of like how they did with chess, and start teams where we teach these streamers to play StarCraft really well, and then have them play each other in StarCraft for a lot of money, because, surprise, surprise, female streamers get a lot of donations from their viewers, more than the male players or the male streamers in general. And they were like, you know what, that's a great business model. We appeal to female streamers, we get their audiences involved, we get them to play StarCraft, and StarCraft, considering it's the #1 esport in Korea, I mean #2 at this point, behind League of Legends, but it's still pretty big. And it became a huge success. StarCraft players are making more money now than ever before. And yeah, that's everything about Scan that I can tell you. That's what he's been busy with. He's been coaching, he's been playing, he's been doing a lot of cool stuff in Korea. As a teacher, and as a coach, and as a player. Whereas about Oracle, I just really can't say anything about him. I just know that he is a 2v2, 3v3 player, plays 1v1 as well, it appears. I've seen him pass by in some games with Brain, and Byul, and Ram, Luckyback, and Gensei. And he performed really well in those games. As I said before, I've got high expectations. He's going for a Dragoon Bolt order, which might actually catch Scan somewhat by surprise. He went for a double command center, well, +1 command center, so yes, a double, then triple barracks. He hadn't scouted his opponent yet, and he might never scout him, so the Dragoons might come as a surprise to him. But I think Scan is the kind of player who, because he always plays against Dragoons on the normal maps, he will find a way to deal with this. His micro is really, really good because he is a professional player. Professional players just have really good micro in general. You're not just gonna kill them with some rush like this. It's not gonna happen. But maybe the Dragoons can do some damage, because the supply depots are in the front. They're kind of exposed to danger, while the Zealot in the back is running in circles to draw the attention away from the choke, which means the front here might take some damage. It might take some damage, and as more Dragoons come over from across Oracle's base, he might be in more trouble than before. But the Dragoons are actually buying Scan quite a nice amount of time. And the Marines can, at the moment, push back against the Dragoons. Like, at the moment, no Dragoon range, no micro. He can push back. Scan knows his limit here. He knows his limit, what the Marines can do and what they can't do. But as more Dragoons come in, he might lose some of those Marines to a surprise attack. It's basically a surprise attack, but he's fighting back anyway. Scan knows he has to sacrifice some Marines, buy some time, he's target firing. Oracle is pulling the low HP Dragoons away, some really good control, everything is still alive. All the Marines go down, and a bunker finishes up just on time. Just on time. Now, Oracle delayed his Singularity charge a little bit to get a faster robotics, to get faster Reavers, I assume. He's kind of triple supply depot, triple bunker in the front. He's got a range on the way there for his Marines. He has no factory yet, he cannot afford it yet. He's just trying to prevent losing his choke here. A lot of SCVs in the front. Pulls one of them back a little bit further away. He's pulling an engineering baiter in the front as well. Scan is losing a lot of minerals to this attack here from Oracle. But because Scan had an extra command center in the back, he is not losing more than Oracle's losing. But he's not feeling the additional benefits of having the +1 command center. But it does allow him to get a scan, and the scan might just give him more information on what Oracle is doing. So I do expect the scan to come in very, very handy to get information on Oracle's base. Because if you know what the enemy is building, you know what to do to counter it and protect yourself against it. Now, Marine range is almost finished, almost there. So a couple more seconds. Like when Marine range is finished, the Dragoons have to step back. Because they will take damage like this. Oh yeah, a lot of damage coming in because we have triple bunker with Marines. So now he can pull some of the SCVs back, put them back on the minerals, and finally reap the benefits of that early command center. He's getting a turret there on the front. He knows something is happening. He knows probably it's going to be either a Reaver shuttle or maybe Dark Templars. You have to be sure just to protect yourself against both options because you don't really quite know. You can't just assume, oh, it's going to be Dark Templars, or you can't just assume it's going to be Reaver shuttle. You cannot just assume. You have to cover your base. And oh, drop comes in there over the bottom side. He's going to fly in 2 Dragoons first to start dealing damage, but this is actually the wrong choice. You should have flown in with the Reaver first, because now the Marines are coming down. He knows something has happened. Like, if he didn't fly in the Dragoons first, you could have flown the Reaver all the way into the backside, but because he flew the Dragoons in first, he gave away the fact that he was going for a shuttle drop. He gave away his plan. Now, we are of course saying that from an observer perspective. Oracle, of course, didn't really know that there were no units from Scan in the bottom corner. He was maybe assuming that I have to get the Dragoons in first, kill some stuff, and then fly in the Reaver under the protection of the 2 Dragoons. That was probably what he was thinking. His thinking, though, was wrong. But it happens. You cannot always make the right choices. SCV there, Scan. Oh, he scouts the base with the SCV. So that's some really big information there. Really big information. Sees everything in the back happening there. Sees that there is it a second nexus? He's building a lot of gateways there in the front. He did kill a couple of bunkers there back in the front there of Scan's choke. He's going to try to fly in with... He's going to fly in over the top. He can attack, but he's not deciding to do it. Top side there has 2 turrets on the way, finishing up just on time. Engineering on time? Just on time. Reaver cannot get in. Drop over the bottom. There's only zealots inside of that one. Now comes over the top, but oh yeah, there's just too many bunkers, too many turrets, cannot go in. Almost loses the shuttle, almost loses the Reaver. Oracle's plans have been thwarted, however you say it. Thwarted. It's a difficult word. You have a T, a H, then a W, and an ART. Thwarted. I can't pronounce it correctly. It's difficult. It's so difficult. It's such a difficult bitch of a word to say. He's trying for a different angle. He can't quite find the right angle because Scan has just really been spending his minerals very effectively and hasn't lost any Marines since that delay at the start of the game. He lost Marines on purpose to delay the Dragoons and buy himself some time. The Marines were lost on purpose. They served a function. But since then, he's been very cost efficient, hasn't taken any damage whatsoever. Well, he did take some damage, but the damage didn't matter. So was it damage? Yes. Did it matter? No. Oracle is now feeling the fact that he's falling behind on Scan. That's a risk you take with the triple gateway Dragoon Bull order. If you don't do any damage to the Terran with this Bull order, you fall behind by default. It just happens, you fall behind. Because you invested a lot of minerals and gas into early attack power. But if it fails to deliver, you fall behind, because the Terran can kind of just sit back, relax, and build up and get stronger. Whereas the Protoss is now racing against the clock. They have to catch up with the economy, with the technology. They're kind of running behind on the facts. He has to get in there and do some damage to either turrets, supply depots, units, or the SCVs. He has to do some sort of damage. The longer it takes him to do damage, the worse the situation is going to be for Oracle. Oracle is playing really solid. He's spending his minerals rapidly, growing his base rapidly. He just cannot find a way in. He needs some Corsairs to escort the shuttles through those turret lines. At the moment, no Corsairs, no Stargates. He really needs them. He's warping them in though, but it does feel a little bit late. Because Scan's defenses have grown stronger and stronger. He's on 144 supply, 59 SCVs, now 61. Got triple starport for Wraiths to be flying about in the sky. He's got Scan in the back that he hasn't really used at all yet this game. He's got triple bunker in the back. That's a great triple bunker line. Drop comes in there over the bottom side and reaches stimming in to snipe those shuttles. Shuttles are not going to snipe shuttle. Templar reloads, but too far away. Templar reloads, but too far away. So a little bit of a lucky break there for Scan. The Templar, if it unloaded even closer to the SCVs, you could have lost some of them. But it just happens. Sometimes you start unloading the shuttles and the Templar just unloads too soon. Just a little bit too soon. The Scan is a pretty strong front, has a lot of bunkers. He really loves to rely on the bunkers. They're just such an awesome tool to protect your Marines with. Also, 8 barracks, double engineering bay, only 2 factories, now getting number 3. Scan is just playing this very calmly, getting exactly what he needs when he needs it. Adding on 3 more command centers to fill the remaining gas. He's currently on 4 gas. Very efficient playstyle here from Scan, and Oracle is finally getting his Corsairs to try and get those shuttles into his opponent's base. Oh, but he has no cannon in the front, so the Wraiths are coming. He scanned the shuttles, now taking down the Wraiths with ease. Oh, goodbye, Wraiths. Now we can even snipe some high Templars. This is terrible for Oracle. All he needed was maybe an observer or some cannons to protect the shuttles. He was not expecting this to happen. He was just not expecting it. He's turning the Templars into Archons, otherwise he would just lose them. Taking out the courses as well. These Wraiths are absolutely party pooping. We have observers on the way there from the back. We've got cannons being built all around the Nexus. Oracle is really feeling the results, the consequences of his inability to do damage. It was very close though. Like at the start it was closer than you would think, but Scan really responded exactly how you should respond to the situation. He has not made a single mistake. And this is after he hasn't played fastest for years. So it's kind of impressive that he still remembers pretty much everything he's learned since then. He's going for 10 barracks. A lot of barracks. A lot of Marine production. He's on 004 his Marines. He's getting 1-1 at the moment. He's got 3 armories. Maybe a number... No, only 3 armories. Not getting a number 4. That's a number 4. Nope, not a number 4. Getting more scans. He's getting other 2 science facilities. He's got 4 starboards. There's number 5. So only on 4 factories, but it is enough at the moment. Getting tanks up on the high ground to start making Oracle's life a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more difficult. Let me just twitch the sound a little bit. I feel like this is better. Okay, so he's cleaning out the high ground. Good move, but he's losing the shuttles. This is a very painful situation. Because right now, Scan has become too big for Oracle to handle. Oracle has to probably switch over into carriers. It's been a very passive, like it's looking like a passive game, but it isn't. Just that Oracle has not managed to find a way in. And as a Protoss, you cannot try to brute force your way in. You cannot. Because once you start losing units that you cannot afford to lose, the Terran will counterattack you and hurt you a lot. So he has to play this very carefully. He has to wait for Scan to make a mistake. He has to get some shuttles into Scan's base. It just isn't working. Scan's defenses are airtight. He's scanning with 3 scans to keep track of those shuttles in the front. He's putting tanks on the high ground. Once tanks are on the high ground, the game becomes more difficult and more difficult for the Protoss than it ever will be. Because now you have this very entrenched stronghold of a position for the Terran from where they can push tanks towards the Nexus onto the probes. Oracle is in trouble. He's making a proxy base, like he knows he has to escape at some point. He knows he has to pull those probes away from this base at some point to keep the economy going. He cannot afford to lose the probes. He has a big army though. He's gonna throw some of them away though. Maybe to... He's got an Arbiter there. He's got an Arbiter, he's got 4 shuttles. He's maybe waiting for a way. He's looking for a way in. I mean, he's got to get in at some point. You have Ooh. That's why he went for double science facility and for the... Oh, drop comes in. Starts unloading. Probes are in danger, running into the tanks. So how many is going to lose? Only 2 of them go down. A couple more are running to try and escape. Kills half of the probes. Killed 40 of them. That's an absolutely massive hit. Now losing even more probes. Units are coming down from the front to the bottom to try and clear out the tanks. The probes are actually blocking the Zealots and the Archons. The tanks do go down eventually though, but down to 30 probes, this game is not going well for Oracle. And you can see that Oracle is a good player. He's a good player. It's just nothing is working out as he wants it to. Nothing is working out as he wants it to. And he's getting slightly spot abused there by Scan, which is kind of painful. It's kind of painful to get spot abused as a Protoss. Like for once, you are on the receiving end of the power levels, the power scaling, the balance is tipped in favor of the Terran. So Scan once again puts a couple more tanks on the high ground. He's currently on 1-1, getting 2-2. Same for the ground on 1-1. He's getting mass ghosts for lockdowns against carriers and shuttles because that's the most likely option that Oracle has. But Oracle is really just trying to prevent himself from bleeding out. He's really just trying to prevent himself from bleeding out. He has to recover his probe count. He's low on minerals. He's got no gas. Oracle is just in pain. He's suffering. He's not liking this at all. He's like, oh god, why did I join this game? Everything is going wrong. The start went wrong, the middle went wrong, and it didn't go wrong because he played bad. It went wrong because Scan countered his options effortlessly. Scan countered his efforts without any effort of his own. Just really good decision making. Just really good decision making. Like, Terrans at this level are scary as hell. Professional Terrans that know how to play fastest are very, very scary. Very, very scary. Because even if you play correctly, you can get punished for a lot of things. And I think this all comes back to that one moment in the game where Oracle decided to shuttle in 2 Dragoons instead of the Reaver. The bottom that was wide open, he made one wrong choice, and ever since that one wrong choice that he made, the doors have been closed by Scan. They've remained closed. They've never opened again. Finds a great spot for a tank drop, unloading. They're on the scene. Probes are within range, and so is the Nexus. Gonna shoot on everything. Gonna take down the probes down to 16. Absolutely painful, but a drop lands. Huge drop lands right in Scan's base. Gonna take down command centers. He's down to 16, 25 SCVs. Oracle finally gets in, but he pays the price for it. Pays a huge price. Scan is coming to the backs, lifted up all his command centers. He's deciding to just give up the efficient mining and protect the command centers instead. With 5 command centers, you can recover faster than with 4, or with 3, or with 2. So he decided to just take the loss, lose the economy, and just go for a lower income, protect the command centers. It's a great choice. It's the best choice he had. The best choice he had. So now both players are going to try to recover, but Scan has 8,000 minerals. He should be fine. It should be great for him to recover this much faster than Oracle can. Oracle is mining gas from a proxy base. And at this point, I would say start mining minerals from there as well, because you got 410 minerals. It's going to be a long, painful road to recovery. For Scan, though, it's also going to take him some time to get those SCVs back to work. But it's not going to be as slow and painful as it will be for Oracle. Another drop here going to fly over the bottom side. There's only 1 Corsair against a lot of shuttles. Submarines, not going to get far. Not going to get far. Unloads, kills 1 turret with some splash damage, but definitely did not get far. Like, Scan just plugged up every hole with some really good defensive measures. Going for battle cruisers. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Although at the moment he has no gas to afford more of them, but I do kind of like these battle cruisers. But we do have Arbiters on the way there from Oracle, so stasis could be a problem for the battle cruisers. Stasis does, kind of hard counter battle cruisers. Like, you cannot, once they get stuck in stasis, you have a lot of supply you can't use or do anything with. Arbiters are pretty awesome against high supply units. They take up a lot of supply space, but are easily countered by a stasis. Protoss has some quick, strong tools to counter some options that Terran has. Now Scan's recovering, putting down a lot more bunkers, putting Reaver into bunkers, putting tanks in the back. He's playing this as safe as he can. He's really playing this as safe as he can. Scans everything. And I think after those scans, he's starting to realize that, wait a second, maybe I'm in a better position than I thought I was. Maybe I can just start and attack. Maybe that's what he's thinking, maybe he's not. But he's at least playing it safe. Sometimes playing it safe is the right choice. Maybe it's not as exciting to play safe, but sometimes playing safe really just helps you win games. It's really what sets players apart. Knowing when to play safe, knowing when to pull the trigger and just go wild. So trying to break down this front, but the tank is within range of the Reaver. Reaver gets taken down. Upgrades for Oracle are currently on 101. He cannot really afford any other upgrades. He's just really in a bad spot. 47 probes still recovering. It's a slow recovery when you only have double Nexus. One more there. Comes over the bottom side. Unloads. Tries to go for the recall. Gets the mind control. Maybe the SV died. He did not get the mind control. He only recalled out his own... Oh, wait, he did. He got the mind control right there. And I think Scan saw it, Scan knows. So he recalled out most of the Zealots, and they recalled out the SCV. Oracle is under the impression that this is his only way to now win the game. And you know what? He might not be wrong. This might be the only way for him to win the game. Get himself a Terran army. There might not be another way to win. There might not be another way to win. Like, Scan is in a really good position. The battlecruiser is ready to go. Does he have a stasis there somewhere? I don't see the arbiters anywhere on the map except here in the bottom corner. He almost has energy for stasis. He's building cannons to protect his SCV in the command center. Scan is throwing away some units there into the middle to get some supply space to start the race for the finish of the game. Because he's got to end this game pretty quick. And you got the battle cruisers waiting, dying to go over this bottom corner. He's got Yamato cannon on the way, almost finished up. Putting some tanks into the drops. He's going to load them beyond the high ground and start the punishment, start the assault. There we go. Tanks are on location. Shuttles coming in to unload some Zealots on top of the tanks. Zealots running in as well to try and clean this out. EMP on the... He found the Arbiter with a bunch of scans, so that protects the battlecruisers from stasis. And now the battlecruisers can go in and finish off the Nexus with their Yamato cannon. This is something Scan loves to do, just because he can. He loves to get 6 battlecruisers for Yamato cannon and just take down the Nexus. What he's going to do, it's his goal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A lot of damage on the Nexus, almost got taken down, just a couple more shots and goodbye Nexus. And that is a pain. Storming his own probes as well. Loses about 20 of them. That's a painful one. That's a painful one. Flies right on through, gets stasis, but he flies right through looking for that bottom corner base to maybe kill some SCVs. So Oracle just took a hit to his economy again. And I gotta admit, this is a very weird game because it looks very passive, but a lot is happening all over the place. Scan has recovered his economies on 69 SCVs, the magical number 69. Nice. Goes in with another drop. A couple tanks being picked up there to fly into this bottom corner to kill those probes. The probes are kind of uncovered, unprotected. He has to run them to safety. He's got to run those probes to this proxy base right about now. You got to do it now. Because tank probes are coming in very soon, and you don't want to lose those probes. You do not want to lose those probes. You want to keep them alive, because if you lose the probes, you've got no economy. So the battlecruisers are going to hang. Battlecruisers are going for the proxy base. He's scanned it. Factory's on the way. Wait, there's a command center that's being built. That's a factory being built. And a command center there. And he's just building a lot of stuff. So right now, the probes can actually no longer escape because these tanks are cutting off the escape path right here. Look, oh, he just leaves. He just leaves. He gives up. He's got no money in the bank. Scan just kind of cock-blocked Oracle the entire game through. Oracle tried a bunch of things, and literally nothing ever really worked. He did get the recall with the SCV though. He did get in at one big drop to take down a command center. I mean, he didn't really kill it. He forced a lift up. He did kill a lot of SCVs, so he did have some small successes here and there, but I I think those successes came in just too late. This game is a great display of how do you defend yourself from Protoss aggression and make it look kind of easy. Kind of easy. He kind of made it look easy. It's not easy, but he made it look a little bit easy. And it's purely because he knew exactly what to do, why to do it, when to do it, and most importantly, how to do it. If you know what to do, but you don't know how to do it, you're in trouble. If you know what to do, but you don't know when, you're in trouble. If you know what to do, but I think that's all actually. I think there's not another option there. So if you know what to do, but you can't do it, you're gonna die. That's the big difference. A lot of players know what to do, but they're either too slow, or they just don't really know how to do it, or why to do it, or when to do it. Which kind of makes it ineffective. I hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit less action-packed, but definitely a great performance from both players. Oracle just got outclassed.